Alright.
I can just blow that one up now. Yeah, since I've had plans on doing Legacy of the Wizard randomizer once I'm done with this, I could probably still start that next time depending on how long it takes to finish this off.
Yeah.
So it's always good to keep plans open. Alright, so I blow these two up. Then I blow that up. And not blow up that one that's by itself, because that's going to be for the return trip.
You know, it's actually kind of surprising about that ZZ quest that you're doing right now, that...
Panoply of Calatia, yeah.
But, like, how you can choose the dungeon music. Like, there's so much music.
Oh my god, yes! That, just... I'm sure you, when given the option, I think you already know what I'm going to be choosing, but... Just the fact that there are that many options, just like, wow! Yeah, there is such a thing as having too many options.
Probably an option to please everybody.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be safe and blow this one up too with the robot since it's allowing me to do so. Wait. You make that. I don't want to die in a stupid way like that.
I'm gonna take a step. There's probably no Sonic music in there.
I don't recall seeing any, no.
Yeah, so not everybody is satisfied.
Although, to be fair, when I was seeing just how many different things there were, I kind of just started scrolling through them at a fast pace. So I might not have noticed all of them necessarily.
Yeah, so not everybody is satisfied.
Although one thing that was going on in Unisys, I don't talk about my personal life very much, but due to reasons, I've been having to use a rental car recently, and the car that I've been using is it's a Chevy Sonic, except it's red. And so I've been kind of tongue-in-cheek calling it the Chevy Knuckles, and I knew you would kind of get a kick out of it.
Oh, gee.
Alright, so
it's a shame my main car is not that.
And then blow that one up, and there we go. Yay! Whew.
Now, I don't think I've ever asked this yet, but why is it that you like Legacy of the Wizard so much? Because I don't think I've heard that. I hear you talk about it a lot.
Well, I had that game when I was a kid.
Ah.
So yes, I got a lot of mileage out of that back in the day.
But what made you like it so much, actually?
Well, for one, I already mentioned the kind of issue, the trouble that I had with it. That was the one game I actually wrote to Nintendo Power for.
Wow.
And it ended up being not very helpful because it involved mechanics that I wasn't aware of that I also had mentioned, but yeah, it was something I needed to beat that. The fact that I needed that extra help It holds a significant place for me. That I've also mentioned the music. So.
And I've never played the game, but I know the soundtrack. A lot of quests I've played have used that music. And
I haven't played the game either, but I think maybe I have heard some music I wouldn't know because I've never played the game.
Sim's theme was used in a quest, and used in the very first CC quest I played. Link Saves a Girl. That was the overworld, and I was like, where does this come from?
I screwed up.
And then I looked it up, and I was like, where have I seen this game before?
Technically, it's part of the Dragon Slayer series in Japan, though in Japan it's called Dragon Slayer 4. Although the games in the series, from what I understand, aren't really related at all. It's related. Not the best example, but it's related. It's the games themselves are related less than the Final Fantasy series is related, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it's each one has its own thing going on.
I can't remember, but there was one ZZ quest that you did that had some Toho music in the final dungeon.
Wouldn't surprise me. Toho is a franchise also known for its music.
I'd like to hear more Toho music in some CC quests because it's like I know that in one of the it was I don't know which one it was exactly, but it was the final dungeon music that had like I think it was Yukari's theme.
How easy is it to make a ZC level anyway?
I'm not the person to ask. And Knuckles can answer that better than I can.
No, well, my quest is being made by somebody else, but I'm not getting any updates about it right now, so it's in limbo. I'm only writing free for it.
Well, speaking of which, actually, I recall seeing a quest made entirely around you, SE Knuckles.
Yeah, SE Knuckles' worst nightmare, yeah.
Worst nightmare. Yes.
I
played it, but I did see the quest.
Did an LP blind with that. I did face cam with that one just to see my reaction to it.
and don't expect that sort of thing from me, just only because I don't have a webcam. So I don't really, even if I wanted to, I don't have the means.
I just decided to, and yeah.
Now, for DC, does that have to be a 32-bit computer to play?
I'm sorry?
It has to be 32-bit to play, or can it play it on something like a 60-bit processor? Because I know my computer can't handle most games.
Can handle it.
Well, when I first started doing these, my computer was Vista, for whatever that's worth.
I had XP, and it was working just fine. The earlier versions, at least.
When I started playing Zelda, playing Zelda Classic Quest, I had Windows 7.
I used that extensively.
Yeah.
And now I have one that's my computer now is Windows 8. And unfortunately, what sucks is that since I've been forcibly switched over to Windows 8, I hadn't been able to get a version of ZC210 to work.
I don't think 210 works on later machines. Even I can't get that thing to work.
And that's kind of why I've held off on doing 210 quests, because I've learned the hard way from Death's Power that if it wants you to use 210, darn it, you use 210. Although from what I've heard, that's not as much of a thing as it used to be.
Well, I
think on Windows
2.5.
I mean, as in like using quests on playing 210 quests on 2.5.
Yeah, I had some issues when I did that too, where I played a 210 one on 2.5, and I would come across a issue that prevented me from progressing.
Yeah, from what I've read in the forums, I forget where it was now, but apparently that's not as big of a thing as it used to be. I'm not sure on the particulars of it, but there was, in particular, one of the quests that I was doing on my own time that I had experienced that issue with. It was cited as a specific example of, oh, you can actually do this now.
Well, on Windows 7, I could actually play 2.10 quests, I believe.
Well, yeah, so mine was Vista originally, and I could do that there just fine as well. So.
But I think that I still, even on 2.10 on Windows 7, I still had issues where I couldn't necessarily I would still come across some issues, I think, even when playing specifically 2.10 quests. Well, I've seen it always happen a lot of the time too in some of the quests that you've LP'd, Melee, where you end up the game freezes on you.
I don't know what causes that. I wish I knew what caused that, because that has been annoying me to no end.
Well, the funny thing too is that when I play Zelda Classic on those, I've never had that issue.
Yeah, I had a crash issue in my LP streams yesterday.
Well, the thing is, it's not even crashing. It's freezing. The visuals are freezing. I could still technically the controls still work fine. It's just that I can't actually see what's going on.
And I don't know why, but I've never had that issue. As far as I know, I've never had that issue.
I wonder. If I do that, will that thing disappear? Yes, it will! And that's probably not what I want to have happen. Okay. Oh, right, that one makes that a crack block, and why do I even want to do that?
Yeah, it seems weird when I see those visual freezes in your LP videos, Melee, of Zelda Classic. Weird that I've never had that happen to me, but it happens to you for some. And heck, even during that when you and SC Knuckles and Top Kirby and Pick.
That.
In the race.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing.
Yeah, in the race. I remember that.
Yeah, you had that freeze happen on that race too, right?
Yeah. Though the thing is, back then I didn't realize that I could still save. I know that now, but I didn't know that then. So that led to me having to kind of redo some of the stuff that I did.
People are pestering me about when we're going to racing.
Yeah, I'm open for racing. It's just I know that I wouldn't be able to do any of the post stuff on my end because I don't have any of the.
It's just the same. Do the same like before.
The only time I was able to do that was because we were doing screen share on Skype, and I was recording his on my end, and then I sent it to. But I can't take my video, your video, and whoever else's video and splice it all together like you do. I can't do that.
We didn't screen share.
And the thing is too, I've always thought about
with Ager's Wonder.
Well, that's what I mean. But
No.
if I was going to be doing all the post stuff on my end, I'd have to screen share everybody, and that probably wouldn't look that good.
You know, the thing is too, I'd actually be willing to participate in some races myself, and heck, I'd probably have a fun time doing that. But I really have no means of recording stuff myself right now.
Yeah, that's how we did it before. I just had everybody record your video, but just get your voice, because you give the video to me, and I'll be recording everything, and I can just sync it up with the voice on my end.
Yeah, but how you have like each of our videos in the four corners, I don't have the video software to do that.
I do.
Yeah, and that's why I wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff on my end. Because I don't have the software for it.
Yeah. But the only reason I'm not doing races now is because I've got other games taking my time.
Yeah.
And Super would be next. We already did normal randomizer, right? We didn't do Super.
What would be
we have a lot. It's not like we're short on options when it comes to randomizers nowadays.
True. I mean, we did non-randomization games. We did Mega Man 1, and we did
Super Mario 2.
USA, yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think in one of your playlist sections for videos.
And I refuse to do Zelda 2.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Unless I had unlimited lives, then I would be fine. I did that in my LP just to say rage.
Yeah, I played Zelda 2
I can do that. I can figure out the hex code for that, and I can rig that up.
I have the code built in on mine.
Fair enough.
I did the LP that way.
And the thing is, it probably would be infinite lives for everyone, just to be fair.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
Unlimited lives, we did that for Sonic 2. Mario 2.
No, we didn't do that for Mario 2.
Did we not?
I know I didn't. And I know, who was the fourth person? It was you, me, TK, and who was our fourth again?
Pix.
Yeah, no, I know he fell behind because he actually spent time with the slot machine.
I still lost.
He was trying to get that jackpot.
And he got a lot of lives, but it did set him back though. He fell behind a good ways because of it.
Toad's jump cost me.
And of course, I won with Peach.
You won that race, Melee?
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. Best race for me, I would say, is the Mega Man 1 race. I only died once.
Wow.
And I went for Fireman first because I knew the pattern.
Yeah, I never was able to figure that out. Of course, you've got more experience with that game than I do, so there you go.
It was an experience. I saw a video.
You still had to actually practice that at some point, right?
Yeah, I practiced it. I stayed right at Fireman, and I'm like, okay, let's get this done. Just don't move. Fire once after you jump. Well, right before you jump.
Also, a Mega Man race you were part of, Melee?
Yeah, that was Mega Man 1.
Mega Man 1. We had 5 people in the race, but the 5th person didn't record any video, so...
Oh, really? I don't remember that part.
It was me, you, TK Pix, and Pikmin Master. Pikmin Master stupidly just recorded his audio and did his video.
Yeah, he got your instructions backwards.
Yeah, and so I gave Pix 4th place automatically.
You mean 5th place?
No.
I thought you said there were 5 of us.
Yeah, but Pix was doing really bad. Pikmin actually finished, but because he didn't have any video to prove,
fair enough.
I gave him 5th automatically for being dumb. Not recording any video. I'm like, dude, you record video? Like, that's kind of hard to do in Skype.
What recording software do you use, Melee, again?
I use OBS.
I got a newer version of OBS Studio.
Well, yeah, I use that one now, yeah.
Yeah, because somehow the other one stays in FLV and I can't change it.
There was options for that.
Go-to method for streaming.
Even if I change it back, it still stays at FLP.
Really weird.
I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna look up something new. And Studio.
Is it me or is OBS the go-to for streamers?
I think it was OBS. I want to say, is it XSplit was another one?
Yes.
XSplit I've heard of.
I have a recording software I use for my higher quality games called Action. But that one you had to pay for.
Yeah, I pretty much use OBS for everything. It does everything that I need it to do. And I have separate scenes for all the different platforms.
If I was, for some odd reason, any of the higher quality stuff I do, it doesn't pick up well with OBS. So like the game I'm doing right now, Shadow Complex Remastered, only goes in full screen. That's it, and I just use Action because it records full screen.
Yeah, and hold on. Actually,
it has integrated streaming as well, but I need to have to test the waters on that. I've been trying to, but my connection just dies every 10 minutes.
Thankfully, that hasn't been an issue with me. My issue when it comes to streaming was actually sitting down to do it.
I wouldn't mind doing it again, it's just connection issues.
Okay, I think I messed it up again.
Which, how much longer do you think you're gonna go tonight?
At this point, I'm thinking this will probably be the last level. That's because there'll be another, what, 8 levels after this. And yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get all those done tonight. And now it's just a matter of figuring this one out.
Just gotta upload vids for tomorrow and the week.
Yeah, I've taken to uploading 2 videos a night, overnight, because at least my stream videos don't. They tend to take a little while to upload. Considering that they're being done in HD, that's really no surprise. But
I didn't get to see the stream. But are there going to be videos of the good ending, Light of the Heavens?
Oh yes.
Okay.
But I'm just doing everything in basically the order that I streamed them in. So.
Yeah, I thought about LPing that game, but I got confused by it at some point. I don't know what made me so confused by it. I just like, I'm not even gonna bother. So I just foregoed it.
Well, the thing is, I didn't even know that it had multiple endings until the first video came up and it said, "Oh, you already missed out on the good ending."
I think I saw a comment somewhere.
Yeah, I did see that comment. I was
didn't
thinking,
know it
okay,
had multiple endings, and I
go through it again.
I didn't know it had multiple endings, and I didn't know it was that short.
And the thing is, when I first saw that, it's like, oh well. And I didn't even really think too much about going back to doing the good ending until I actually saw what the bad ending was. And it was so short, so abrupt. No, I wasn't going to let that slide.
Okay.
Speaking of which, how many more parts of the Final Fantasy
I think
stream are yet to be uploaded?
I've already uploaded them all. I've already uploaded the first part of the Zelda 2 randomizer, which was next. I want to say Final Fantasy goes up to 32.
32, okay.
Of course, you did see the comments on Amy Rose.
Yes, I saw Amy's comments. I thought it was neat that you pretty much did things in character.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think I actually watched your original LP of Amy Rose SC Knuckles, and I find it funny how you gave Amy like her own character.
Well, saying I'm pretty good. Amy.
The silly things we do.
Yep.
Well, I told Eddie I would be doing that when I did start at helping. Although the version mainly did is very easy. I did a much harder version and still managed to death with it. Also, the music is different in level 7. What you heard was a Pokemon theme. What I got was a Sonic Rush music that was MP3. But Eddie said he had problems with that, and I was like,
yeah. And Sonic music has a tendency of being hit or miss.
Not every dungeon in Heroes was a Sonic theme. Everybody, level 2 was.
Dang it! Okay, I had to run into that stupid thing, but I think I'm on the right track now.
Yeah. Okay.
I just hope AR2 didn't suffer that too.
Yeah.
You are planning on doing the second
no one's tried to use the Sonic
Rose
Knuckles
quest, right, Melee?
Oh yes,
Knuckles
definitely.
soundtrack.
I've also got the third one on my list, assuming that it ever gets done.
He's working on it.
Well, I've got enough quests on my list. I'm not worried about that.
I gotta do it.
Skinner Cells, I've got like. Hey, I plan on doing it too. Hopefully not at the same time.
Only I know Knuckles won't kill me.
Well, compared to me, I think you'll be fine, Amy.
We'll see about that.
Well, hey, I do the stuff blind. Knuckles usually doesn't. That makes a lot of difference.
That quest I didn't do blind because no.
Well, I'm saying I do things blind. You usually don't. That's the thing. What was the last quest I didn't do blind? I forget what it was now.
Hero without a name.
That's the first name that jumps out at me, but I'm wondering if there was one more recent than that I hadn't done blind.
I think was it Hero's Memory or Hero Without a Name? I also actually played that quest myself. It was one of the recent ones you actually just finished up recently. Melee.
Yeah, Hero Without a Name was actually one of the ones that I had played before I started doing Let's Plays. So, and it was only the second quest that I had ever done where that was my idea. Every other quest between 12 Palaces and that one, it was all a request from somebody, usually the one that made the quest in question, which was that was amazing to me.
You only live once.
Yep, you only live once.
That one I think I actually watched. Too.
I think I haven't. Back when I actually kept stats for that stuff, that was Hero not Hero. Dang it! I forgot that thing was there. The number back when I actually kept track of view stats, like I would do keep track of views per video because I was paranoid about that sort of thing, seeing what people were actually watching. I'm not as worried about such things anymore. Number 1 was Journey of Link. Number 2 was You Only Live Once. And it was a huge drop off to number 3. It wasn't even close. Of course, it wasn't really fair on some respects because all of my Zelda stuff, even Zelda 2, all of them were they were all in the top half of the rankings.
Nice.
Top half of the rankings of what?
Of views per video amongst my LPs. So that everything that was non-ZC, well, most of the things that were non-ZC were in the bottom half. There were some exceptions. There there was actually some of the ones that were high ranking, like Ren and Stimpy, Swords and Serpents, stuff like that. But
Ren and Stimpy, I haven't never watched yet, though.
I think it's only 5 parts long. It's not exactly a commitment.
Well, and I think the thing is, I don't.
Surprisingly, when it comes to original titles, my best one was a freaking game no one knew about, and it got like 1,000 views really quickly. A game called Robo Blitz.
What was it?
And I was like, really? This is an arcade? This is an Xbox Live arcade title, and people are interested in it?
What's the name of it?
Blitz.
Robo Blitz?
Well, think of it
Yeah.
this way. I didn't
Robo
think... I'm surprised that Swords and Serpents got as many views as it does. Because that's not exactly that well-known of a title either.
My Skyward Sword was supposed to be my pinnacle LP because I freaking was on camera dressed as Link playing it.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I have watched some of that, and that's actually pretty cool.
I don't fit in that costume anymore. But yeah.
I don't think I finished watching that LP, but it was pretty cool to see you in the outfit.
Believe me, I wanted to do that for Twilight Princess.
And then the thing is, you use what was it, like Gatorade or something as
That was
a red-
Gatorade I was drinking.
What was it?
That was Gatorade I was drinking. I need a red potion, so.
And in other news, yep, there's that level done. And
Nice.
yeah, I'll at least take a look at this level, but I think I'm done for the night. Unless this is another one of those. No, it's not one of those build a word levels. Yeah, I'm definitely.
It's hilarious.
I'm definitely gonna finish this one tomorrow, but that's gonna have to wait until then. So I guess